and welcome back to LTT and H level 2. This is going to be game 2. H level 2 was able to pick up a dominating win in game 1. And we'll see how LTT adapts. So right off the bat, we have adaptation from LTT. In game 1, they opted to target ban the ADC of H level 2. Zaya, I think it was Caitlyn and Varus bans. This time they're switching it up to these Bruiser fighters and Jax, Galio, and Shyvana, which is interesting. Jax was a huge problem for LTT, and we have a lobby restart again. We have 2 people at DC.
Welcome back to the Oceanic Collegiate Esports League. We're back with the second game of LTT, so Love's Table Tennis versus Honor Level 2 today. So that we took a really long break because connection issues as typical of OCE, and now we're back with this game. Honor Level 2 did win game 1, so I'd expect a lot of adjustments made from LTT as they realize or they figure out the problems they faced in the previous game.
Yeah, so on a level 2, just to recap, game 1 finished off with a really dominating victory. The Jungle Jacks and the top Z just popped off and snowballed really hard. So just from the starting bans from LTT already, Gallia and Jax, they were both played in game 1 by the mid and jungle. Both of those champions were super annoying to deal with table tennis, so they're gone from the pool.
Yeah, and Honor Level 2 not doing anything different from the last game, banning... Oh, they banned Fizz, Yasuo, I can't remember their other ban, but they picked up Zed instead. So this game they banned Zed instead of picking it up because, as we know, they are on the red side.
LTT going for that assassination, similar to a Zed, going for that Wukong, could go mid, could go top. Really strong, just dives the backline ADC, one-shots him, and that's the team fight done.
Yeah, I mean... Ooh, and we see Rengar picked up by Honor Level 2. I'm not sure who plays it on that team. Do you have any idea of who on Honor Level 2 does play Rengar?
Blue, but he can go top or he can go jungle. They're both relatively strong places for Rengar to go. I really doubt seeing him. And there was that phase where assassins were bot lane and Rengar was played in the ADC role, but that's been nerfed these days. So I think he will. With the pickup of Jarvan, they both could be flexed as well. So that position is still up for grabs for the Rengar.
Yeah, definitely. And we see a Jarvan as well, and that's just saying they want to end this game quickly. They want to go all in on you. You cannot pick Rengar and Jarvan and not try and make a statement. But look, we see a very clever pick. We see a Rammus from Nathan on LoL, and most likely a jungle pick, but a really good pick to go into those two AD champions, and not just AD. We see like high damage jump in champions.
TT in game 1 had a really bad hard trouble trying to peel off these really hard engaged champions like the.
They just picked Teemo. Time out. They just picked Teemo. They not.
Okay.
I expected an Orianna. They would commonly pick Orianna in this team composition. Normally you would see Rengar, Jarvan, Orianna as a combo of 3, and those 3 champions have great synergy to go in and also disengage really easily. But Teemo, it's not a misclick. Yeah. It's definitely not a misclick because a misclick means they would have quit out already and just said misclick. Oh well. But no, we see Teemo for always running. I do think he does play Teemo. I've seen it before. But yeah, do you think this is a serious pick or a bit of a BM after that previous match?
I think both. I think they dominated game 1 so hard. Always running the mid laner. Maybe he's the one playing it, but we did see in the LCK, Viper did place a couple of games on Teemo, so maybe we could see it in the bot lane. But all I could think of is maybe it's just it's a pick to just flex your muscles and say we can beat you on Teemo. We're that good.
Yeah, that just that's kicking someone when they're already down. We'll just see how that goes though.
But I don't know about the Teemo because the Teemo really is good against these auto attack champions and can kite away. But at the moment from LTT we see Wukong, Rammus, and Vel'Koz who all don't really rely too much on auto attacking. I know Wukong has a lot of on hit effects, but as long as he hits you with the whirling spinning attack, he's gonna get you killed anyway.
Yeah, we gotta remember they're champions and not tanky. There's not much options if Wukong does get a good ult off. They don't really have the CC to punish, and it is a really easy kill if he does sneak in. And we see on LTT they finally pick up Heimerdinger and Leona, opting to not play any ADCs this game and taking the old, or not the old, but the recent mage bot lane strategy. Um, they do have a very strong team and a very good team fight oriented team with a lot of combo and damage in their comp. We'd expect to see, something on the line of Rammus goes in, knocks a couple people up, Wukong follows, or something opposite. Leona can also set up, and Vel'Koz and Heimerdinger are just throwing everything they have on the opposite team. But we see a Taric pickup from on a level 2, and that's something that's one of the champions you pick when you know that you've gone all squishy and you do need to have an option out. And if you want to engage and dive towers, that's another way you can use Taric as well. So, what are your thoughts on the team comps so far?
Look like LTT is looking for that huge amount of zone control with the Heimerdinger and the Vel'Koz. They, buy a lot of space with their abilities and the long range poke. Heimerdinger can set up a turret and really make, the life of Rengar and Jarvan who wants to dive in and assassinate the Vel'Koz and Heimerdinger. It's going to be a really tough time if they go for it, because Heimerdinger can just set up this huge turret in the middle of the team fight, and they both have barriers, so it could be difficult. But on the other side, on the level 2, it just wants a lot of damage. They have a lot of raw damage, and to complement the diving nature of that team comp, they have the Tarics who can, prepare the ultimate and make Rengar or Jarvan immune as they dive the backline. Two pretty safe ranged champions in the Draven and Teemo who can just backline carry. But we'll see how they deal with it, because they do need to worry about the Wukong, the Rammus, and the Leona, who can, find accesses to the backline really, really easily. Leona has the Solar Flare, which is a really long-range AoE burst stun. Rammus can shut down an 80 can Wukong just dashes in and ulties and just wipes everyone out.
Yeah, I'm just really excited to see if both teams play the early game a little different. I don't think we'd see that from Honor Level 2. I think they're just going to go all in ham and just play the game in the aggressive way that they usually do. But on the side of LTT, I want to see them play a little smarter, not necessarily safer, just not making such silly mistakes in the early game to give the enemy team that much of an advantage. What are your thoughts? Like, what would you tell Love's Table Tennis right now if you were their coach, coming back from a game like that where, let's be honest, it was a bit of a brutal stomp?
So at least LTT, I think, in this game have more tools to work with in this game. I think they have a lot more wave clear with the Vel'Koz and the Heimerdinger. So they have quite a lot of priority in these two lanes against, the really low wave clear and pushing power of Teemo and a Draven. So it allows LTT jungler Nathan Lol able to, move around the map a little bit more freely and rely on Game On and Kates to help him out a little bit. But what I would say to them is, they have the superior. I think they have the superior team fight. I'm not quite sure, but I think they do. So, just play smart. Look for those huge objective control, and explode in the mid game team fights if you can.
Yeah, I guess that's kind of really good information to the viewers at home as well, if they do have those struggling games, or if they play themselves in the OS League. And I'm trying to figure out how to come back from a game like that.
Identifying, where the strengths and weaknesses of your comp. I think, looking at LTT, I think their bot lane is super strong. They can set up a gank, or they can even 2v2 really aggressively. Leona gets the stun in, Heimerdinger follows up with a concussion grenade, which is another stun, and then you have, more, the passive strikes from the turret. It's a lot of damage burst, and if Rammus comes in for a quick gank, it could be really easy kill. So I reckon LTT should play most of the bot side in this game.
Yeah, no doubt. Like, it's such a good combo, and I guess they may be looking at trying something really different after a game, a difficult game. I think sometimes not necessarily cheesing, but looking at strengths within your own team and options that you can take. I think that's really important as a team to show that resilience.
So looking at all these summoners and runes, we on a level 2 going with the double electrocute on the top laner and the jungle, just like last game. Draven with the Conqueror, which is one of the very few ADCs that really likes that Conqueror because he stacks that passive so well with the spinning axes. He's always in a team fight. We have, standard runes on the side of LTT, and we have a pause
Already?
just to start the game. Yep.
Yeah. Well, that gives us some more time to I guess wait for my computer to catch up. I'm on 0%. For some reason, my game is on 0%.
Bug again where I think the loading screen stuck at 0% for like a super long time.
Yeah, it's been a buggy experience for me recently.
The League client is not the greatest.
Yeah, so what to do? What are the teams going to do? Yeah, just looking at the comps a bit more, and I know we said it already, but Leona Heimer and the addition of Rammus, potentially ganking bot lane is such a strong combo, and there isn't much Taric Draven can do. They can time things really well, but if they can't, they're almost they're a bit screwed. Let's be real. That gank potential is immense.
So Java needs to recognize this and make sure that look to see when LTT is looking for these hard engages and try to respond and help out this bot lane and survive through those attempts.
Yeah, no doubt.
Just to see how the Teemo works within this game. Maybe the Teemo shrooms are looking to slow down the Ramses' pathing. As he goes in for the ganks, he gets hit by a couple of shrooms and there's his ganking potential gone. I don't know, something like that.
Alright, so to however many viewers there are at home, what is your guess as to when this pause time will end? And 20 is not an answer because that is pretty much forced if the timer does run out. And that does happen every now and again. I am hearing text though, which may be a positive sign. Perhaps.
Some banter between the two teams. I think it's DC'd, which is unfortunate.
Yeah, I mean, we gotta remember, League of Legends, especially whenever there is a tournament, it's not really just that. It's a test of perseverance, a show of how patient you can be. Up, and it started. Game has started. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yep, and we're in. So I'm assuming you're also at 7, 8, 9, 10 seconds?
Yep.
Yep.
Pretty much, yes.
So looking at the champions in this game and going off the best way to tell who is going to win, we have 2 skins to 1. So on a level 2 with the 2 skins, they're definitely going to win. Skins mean superior skill.
You're fake, then skins don't mean anything. But
yeah, I'm just gonna give you a bit of a story today that I was I guess I heard from when I was working at Melbourne Esports Open. I was talking to a couple parents, and a lot of them mentioned how their kids play Fortnite and they purchase V-Bucks, and this child was telling me why to me and his mother why skins are so important in Fortnite, and I guess the same applies to League of Legends. And his reasoning was, if you don't have skins, people will look at you like noobs, and they will not want to play with you, and that will make you lose more games. So it's not completely wrong. Like, you do have to think about it. For the most part, for the most part, I can say he is right, but he is kind of right. If you don't have skins, then people do treat you a certain way, but you also have those games where people are saying, why spend that money on League of Legends when you're so bad? So it works both ways.
It does go both ways. I think the general consensus when you're playing Fortnite is you see a no skin, it's like, oh man, he's just a no skin. He's like a free kill. So that's the common mentality there.
Yeah, I guess it's a little different in League of Legends. We see Palladium trade with D. Let's stop talking about skins and actually focus on the game. Not trying to persuade the viewers at home of anything. Wink, wink. Buy skins, spend some RP, support Riot Games. Wink, wink, wink.
Yeah, definitely. So Rengar is absurdly strong in the laning phase, especially at level 1, because he can oh my goodness, he's going in for the kill at level 2 and jeez. Oh my goodness!
Oh, what is that? What is that? What did we just see? Explain it to me. Explain that to me.
Well, there's a bit of engagement in the bot lane, but I think... Okay, so going back to the top lane, so Rengar is obnoxiously strong in the level 1. One of the strongest champions in lane in the one, because he can manipulate these bushes so well and just get these free auto attacks before Wukong can see them. And he just kept repeating that. He made sure that he got the level 2 first, and once he hit level 2, he just goes in, gets the empowered Ebola strike.
Yeah, and they just yeah, sorry. Yeah, just continue with that. I thought there was a fight that was going to happen in bot lane, but nothing really happened. Oh, and we see Jarvan jump onto Nathan lol when he is in his ball form, but they both decide to go away because can't really keep chasing that Rammus with his thick skin, his rough armor, whatever it's called, the spiny boy. You can't really deal with that. He's looking though. There is a trade in the mid lane, but Jarvan's looking on the map. He's looking. He's in. What can he do? Nah, it doesn't do anything. See, this is the difference between a Division 3 player that is golden below and someone truly of a challenger skill level like myself. I would have flashed while he's in ball form to get that extra kill. And you know what would have happened? I probably would have died because that Monkey King is following.
I would have done it as well, but I think what was stopping Jarvan from flashing in and interrupting the Powerball was I think his EQ was already down, so he couldn't chase the Rammus if he flashed after. So
see, Jeffrey, that is too reasonable. It is his skill level. You must always blame the player's skill level in Division 3. That's how you cast it. You cannot cast Division 3 without mentioning the typical go-to. And we see Omniscient jump straight onto Linu all by himself. Kate is just jumping in, and we have I Love Shana whacking Nathan on LOL again. But he has no mana to follow up.
Still level 2 and Jarvan is level 4 with red buff, so I don't know what's going on, but Rammus just can't find any farm at the moment.
This is the classic. This is the classic, I'm gonna deny you over and over again and make your life hell. And it's such a great way to play against champions like Rammus, Nunu of the past, sometimes Ivan. It's those tanky or support style champions that struggle to clear when they are far behind, and you just take advantage of that. And then they just can't do anything. And as we've seen, Rammus is just stuck on level 3.
Like, Rammus in the early game just doesn't do any damage. He doesn't have any, offensive abilities other than Powerball. And against Jarvan, that's not going to do anything.
Yeah.
And, so Jarvan is just flexing his muscles and taking advantage of this matchup. And he's already built up a 3-camp lead in 5 minutes.
Yeah, it's insane, and remember, a 3-camp lead is a 12 CS lead. That math does not add up. It's a 4-camp lead.
Yeah.
Question marks? And we see always running, engaging on Game On, and Game On just kind of going back and doing what he can. And yeah, I guess they They just continue, nothing really happens, but it's really hard to trade with Teemo sometimes, especially if you don't have that consistent damage. Palladium is doing the I thought he was doing the Singed, where you go in zone and what's that word called again when Singed just goes behind the towers and just farms?
Proxy, I think.
Yeah, the proxy farm. Oh, we see always run and jump in. What a mistake! What a mistake! And he chucks that penguin emote. What a legend. Who would have the mind to jump in on a Teemo when the enemy has barrier, and we see Omniscient jump straight onto the ADC Gambit. Gambit taking so much damage from them, but there's not enough follow-up, and I love Shana is straight onto Game On, just getting caught up in the mid lane. And yeah, 1-for-1 overall. Game On could have just went back after taking that lead, but opted to try and push that mid lane instead. Generally a smart thing to do if you have the appropriate vision. And they didn't at that moment. And yeah, that's why they die. Vision equals life as long as you have eyes to see.
Pretty much, but anyway, going back to that bot lane, we talked about it, how Leona goes in, Harmon follows up with a concussion grenade, and there's absolutely nothing that the bot laner can do. That's what exactly happened.
Oh! Right back onto Gambit!
It comes again!
Oh, Shana, what are you gonna do? Shana! You go in! You get him! Omniscient is on, but he's exhausted. There's turrets attacking, whacking away. Omniscient picks up the kill with the Shadow Burst thing, and double kill for Omniscient. What a god, what a legend. And Teemo on the back. What's Teemo gonna do? It's 1v2 against turrets, against the level 2, level 6 bot lanes. You're gonna do nothing. Get back in the mid lane, buddy.
Oh my goodness, and we talked about how the bot lane is extremely strong in a 2v2 situation. How about a 2v3 situation when Heimerdinger already has set up 3 turrets in lane? It's impossible to gank him, and Leona provides so much CC. It's impossible to assassinate the Heimerdinger.
Look, I'm gonna be honest. You can't really call that a 2v3. That's more of a 2v1. You know, they like you gotta do the math. There's an old Chinese way of. It's kind of like an old Chinese proverb, and it's 1 + 1 = 3. And the idea behind 1 + 1 = 3 is the power of 2 combined is the strength of 3 people.
Ooh,
and yes, so the power of those 2 players combined is the strength of 3. And then we look at the power of those 3 combined with their big mistakes. Well, it's negative. They all had no health. They went in and just suicided. So that was a 3v1, guys.
Very ambitious effort from Shana.
The math checks out.
It does. Oh dear. But amidst all of that, it's unfortunate Heimerdinger wasn't able to get those 2 kills, and he's stuck. But you know, Leona's already completed the Sidestone upgrade, so he's gonna be...
And Jarvan ganks mid lane again, chucks the ultimate, does everything he can. I love Shana almost going down, and eventually always run and picks up that kill. Very, very close. Very, very unfortunate.
I wonder if Game On, if he opted to use his barrier, I wonder if he like enough damage to kill the Jarvan, but he opts not to, saves the barrier for the next game.
Yeah, it's I gotta admit, it's really hard to press that D button. Barrier is a very difficult spell to execute. It takes years of practice and experience to use it at the right time.
It's not something I use very often, so
yeah,
sometimes this experience
Look, and something important to remember, after all that fighting, after all those kills and that back and forth, Honor level 2 is still ahead, and we see a little bit of a scrap up going. Linu pops the ultimate after the enemy engages on him, but there's not enough. They're just taking so much damage. Linu just trapped in a barrage, flashes away, and does he escape? Does he escape? Does he escape? No, he thumbs up, and he doesn't escape, but Jarvan is there, and will Jarvan be able to do enough? Probably, just whacking away with his big stick, and he shuts down the 2-1 Leona, or the now to be 2-1 Leona, and we see a jump from Palladium. He goes in really, really late. The timing wasn't the best. What is Nathan Lol doing? Rammus, roll! Oh, he gets taunted. Palladium goes in, gets the ignite, but does he survive? he does on the skin of his teeth with just a bit of health left.
Yeah, he's so low. Thankfully survives, and wow, that was a series of crazy events in the bot lane as well. I had no idea how many have died there. I thought he survived, but he must have taken a turret shot at the very end and died, and that turned the whole fight around. From the Jarvan here, just looking for the Rammus. But yeah, that 2v2 is super volatile from Harmony and Leonard, so I expect him to try to keep this 2v2 fight going because they're just winning them so convincingly.
Yeah, like we discussed before, the power of Leona and Heimerdinger together is immense, and what Draven and Taric really shouldn't be doing anything right now. They should just farm. Look at that damage. There's just so much engaged potential, and there is nothing. There is nothing you can do. Run, keep running. I guess you can do that, but there's nothing else you can do but run. You cannot fight very well right now.
That just feels bad. You get hit by one stun and you're just dead. And oh my god, he nearly died. Stays in lane for a little bit of CS and nearly gets punished for his greed.
Oh, always running in the bush, just hidden. You can't see that, Teemo. You can't see that, Teemo. He's there.
No. No? He popped his shield there for a second.
Oh, and he finds Nathan on low. He just rolls away like the armadillo he is. But we see Leona preparing to engage on him. Rammus coming back in. He's caught off, but what can he do? He goes straight onto the Heimerdinger, opts to fight. Palladium goes in 1v3. It's a 1v3 again, and we see I Love Shana, Palladium about to die. I Love Shana and always running, just running away, not doing much. And like his namesake, always running, and that's the only thing the team can do right now. They're making mistakes and running away.
Way more they can shoot. They're opting into these fights, and they just don't have the power to do this. And it's just so hard for Rengar to dive, especially burning control in the team comp. And
you are dead. You are deleted. Always running, more like always going to base.
Always running back to base. Dead. Oh goodness. So, despite Wukong getting solo killed at level 1, he's able to bring it back, even on CS, and has a better KDA than Rengar, so well done. D?
Yeah, this is a much better game from Love's Table Tennis. And they've learned, with all that table tennis skill they've learned at Melbourne Uni, they've learned that, table tennis is a game where you hit the ball, and they hit the ball, and you hit the ball, and they hit the ball. You keep hitting the ball until someone wins. And right now, Gambit got hit by the big ball of that stun. They're going right in onto Caddies. Oh, it's a turn. They're turning, and there's a lot of damage on Kate's. And Linu is just getting barraged by those turrets. Gets the Gambit, gets that final hit. Oh, and there's a stun, and it's a great turn. But Linu should back off, otherwise he might die. If only those... Oh, Rammus coming in. Rammus rolling on his ball. Oh, a flash Q going in from Anicia. Just the last of his mana. Oh, and there's nothing you can do. You guys do nothing, Jarvan. You're late to the party. You're running, but there's nothing you can do. Unless they stay a little bit longer. They do. There's no vision. But are you going to go in on all those minions? That is not a good idea. Take that CS from your bot lane. You know you want to. You dirty taxing jungler.
Oh, man. So at least if you're the bot lane as Draven and Taric, as long as you can survive the initial burst, you will probably win because Draven has the Conqueror. The longer the fight goes, the stronger he gets. I feel like, and Leona hit a pretty nasty stun on Draven. As soon as he hits the stun at the Heimerdinger, you just gotta press your ulti and press your missile.
I Love Shana's caught off. He goes in for the vision, but he's dead. Boom, bang, bing, bang, bong. 3-0 Rammus, you baddie. Stop dying. What are you doing? You cannot be that. You cannot be doing that. Yes, you're far ahead. But no, Rammus is not a weakling anymore. He's not an armadillo man that you can just take advantage of. He's a strong, independent armadillo. And he will kill you. He is a fed armadillo. He's not a farmed armadillo, but he is fed.
And the good thing about tanks is as long as you get, 1 or 2 items, you're always going to be relevant. You don't need to do damage. As long as you have enough HP, enough armor, you're good to go. And he's nearly got his 4 mil and Cinderhole completed, so once he gets those, he's pretty much set for this whole game.
Yeah, something really interesting to notice is the fact that both teams are only in 400 gold's distance of each other, despite the score being 9-6, and Omniscient goes in and misses. Bad luck, dude. That's all you can really say when you miss a E that's a bit far off. You can't really hit that all the time. Yeah, and we're just looking at the gold right now, and despite Rammus being 3-0, it shows how important CS and taking camps is. Being 40 camps ahead, 40 CS, also known as 10 camps ahead, gives him an extra 800 gold over Rammus, and that's kind of where their team is still keeping up to in terms of the gold charts. The gold charts are completely evened up. Rammus is just a really bad farmer. What are you doing, mate?
But as long as he hits those taunts, then he's okay. He's doing his job. But Jarvan, he's got the Duskblade right now. He's built it. He's even going for more lethality. So right now, he needs to look for these assassinations. Otherwise, he gets outscaled and just gets out-tanked by this Rammus, this Wukong, and even the Vel'Koz will eventually be able to survive as he builds the Zhonyas in the late game. String around, some walls being laid down around the Ocean Dragon, which at the moment is not... Ooh, we might get a catch here.
It's insane how much damage Kates can do to Draven over there.
Just one W, just a couple of rockets here and there, and just hurts so much.
Yeah, it just shows like the risk of fighting against an enemy team. And we see Lunu jump onto Omniscient, but Draven's finally learned to stand back a little. Yeah, let them take Lunu, but don't be close enough where they can follow up after that. They just get this done off on little Leona. Omniscient isn't really doing much. Omniscient isn't gonna die from that that really basic stun. They're just so tanky.
Yeah, she's so tanky. I think what Gambit should try and look to do, Leona Zenith Blades, is try to do the stand aside, because he can interrupt the Zenith Blade. He hasn't been able to do it.
Oh, Jarvan's there, they go in straight onto Leona, and I love Shana jump straight onto Kates, but the damage return is immense. Palladium there in time to gank, and it's a 4v2 in the bot lane. Dead. KO. Not an ace, but definitely dead.
And there's the Duskblade working in there, able to get that little bit, enough damage to assassinate the Harmonia. Nearly went down, but was able to flash out to safety. And that's a really important pickup for the bot lane of Honor level 2.
Yeah, definitely. Talk me through that kind of thought process and team play to make that happen. Lunu flashes away. Before you talk about that, there's another fight happening. No, you can't do anything. He's gonna die and you're all by yourself. Gambit, what are you guys doing bot lane? Stop letting your team down. You're dead. Gambit, more like...
Oh my... Wow.
Yeah, I don't have a pun for Gambit right now, but you're not really in the new X-Men, so I guess that's But
so much for the bot lane double kill. It just gets completely reversed, and now they can set up for this Ocean Dragon, and all the tempo already shifted back to the LTT.
I don't want to go back to the trope of like bashing on lower divisions, but how do I put this? You can't really take these advantages and just go back and overextend and not be aware of where the enemy team can be. You just can't be doing that, and I guess that's why you're making mistakes. And we hear a really scary sound from Rengar saying he wants to go in, and his team is almost about to follow up. They go straight on game on. The ultimate comes out, the monkey ultimate, perfect timing, and they follow up. And D, what are you doing? What are you doing, D? You were gonna... What are you doing? That's all I can say. Always running. That's the global... Look, we just saw the power of the global taunt right there from Always Running. But...
That's a genius! How do we not see that coming? Oh my goodness!
That's... That right there is going to be played over and over again when I decide to edit the videos. That's one of those classic kills where you just have to go in. It's kind of like the Lee Sin principle. You know, you just got to go for that extra Q and follow that up.
Oh dear.
Yeah. And we just see another tower go down.
Dives right into a mushroom, just gets insta-killed, and Leona just flashes in. So nah, I still want to kill you, and just gets blinded and has no damage. So
You live by the sword, you die by the sword. In this case, Nimbus Cloud, I believe it's called. Live by the cloud, die by the cloud.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh dear. And trading some top bot lane towers. Wukong looking for assassination.
Yep, there's 3 in the bot lane right now, and Palladium may be caught off. Kate's jumping straight onto him. Palladium goes for the turn. Does he get away? No, he doesn't. He dies. But now it's a 3v1 in the bot lane. Your ult does nothing, mate. 1 for 1 overall. Both top laners dying to the enemy respective bot lanes. Both could have been avoided. D could have chosen to go back and realize that they can't see the enemy. We see always running. Before I continue talking, we see always running, getting picked on by the enemy team. They're not gonna get the tower, but they might. It's pretty low when the wave is pushing in. But now it's a bit of a base race. It's 2 in the top, 3 in the bot lane, and we see them take the inner tower of the bot lane, and the outer turret for the top lane for Love's Table Tennis is taken as well.
That's a huge trade for on a level 2 right there. They were able to get 2 towers and a 1 kill tower. And Timo was able to survive that because he was able to blind the Leona. He was unable to get the Q stun off and was able to walk away. So well played on the Timo right there.
Can you just do me a favor? No, you don't need to do me a favor because I can see it right there. Rengar has 1400 health. That is minuscule.
Talk to you that he only has 80 items.
Yeah.
And a Moby Boots. So really going in for that one-shot kill, and man, it's gonna be really tough to one.
Yeah, it's not easy to one-shot when the enemy knows you're coming. There is literally a signal saying, "I am coming for you," and all the enemy team needs to do, all Love's Table Tennis needs to do, is get that ultimate from that Wukong ready. Just press that R, and he won't be able to come in. Same thing for Rammus. You can just press that Q, and the enemy can't do anything. And the same goes for pretty much every other champion on Love's Table Tennis. They have so many easy ways to counter engage. Game On can just spurt out all its spells. Kate's can I do want to talk about that more, but all his runners just hiding in the bush. And aside from just hiding in the bush, they'll maybe realize he's there. What is he doing? What is he doing? He's just gonna leave his team to die. Oh, and there's a turn, but it's nothing. He's just chilling in there. I think the enemy team knows he's there. I think they know he's here. They have to. He's there. What? They can't see him. He has that true invisible. They know he's there, but he's just trolling. Oh my god! Oh, Tariq makes a mistake. He wasn't close enough. They engage. I love Shana. Doesn't have enough damage. This may be an ace. This is 4 kills for nothing.
Good turn, but they're going to go straight for the jump. He's the jungler. If he's dead, it's a free Baron, and that's him.
Mistakes for days.
Oh dear.
That's a cheeky kill.
Oopsies. So maybe not a free Baron. That's a lot of the damage on, but they still can do it. Tanking this on the Rammus and Leona, so Rengar is looking for the assassination, but he needs to kill his Harmonia. This Baron.
Nah, they can wait it out. They can take a lot of damage. Oh no, that is really bad timing. That is not when you do it, Palladium. Oh, Dravenel! Not enough.
Oh, that was close.
That was close. I'm at my house right now, as you'd expect, and I just did a big O face. You know those emoticons? It's not just the dot with the big O. Oh, sorry, the little O. It's the big O. Actually, it might be bigger than that. It's a 0. Although it doesn't look as big, that's how you know it's a big O.
That was such a random team fight. I think Timo was just, I don't know what he was doing, he was just hiding in there. And then he threw the shrooms, and then he let everyone know that he's in the bush. So yeah, that was very weird decision making from always running. But
despite all that, they're still even in gold.
thankfully, like, despite, 4 people dying, on a level 2, I mean, LTT weren't able to get any big objectives, so fully, they're still in the game.
Yeah, it's just as I was saying before I was rudely interrupted by that fight. It's so hard to engage into Love's table tennis. There's so many options for them to take to stopping the enemy engage, and it's not easy to engage into a Heimerdinger either. It just makes things even harder. And like there is Omniscient as well, and you can just follow up with all his her CC.
Pretty much, like all Omniscience and Nathanon LOL has to do is just stand next to Vel'Koz or Harmonia, just get ready to press their stuns. And once you see the Jarvan or the Rengar just dive in, stun them, and they're completely dead because they have no resistances in their build. All they've built is attack damage. So, get touched by Vel'Koz or Harmonia, they're screwed.
Don't worry, Timu's gonna carry.
I put a lot of damage in these team fights, so not gonna lie. So maybe he can carry.
Yeah, it's not easy when your range is smaller than the range of Gaemon's ultimate and all his other abilities. It's not easy for a Teemo to play in this matchup.
It's true, and I think another thing I have to realize is they have on a level 2 has to be really aware of Gaemon's flash, because if he has flash up and you use all your engages and can't kill Gaemon, all Gaemon has to do is just flash away and then ulti, and everyone's just gonna erupt and die. Really aware of Gaemon summoners in this game. To go with the Death Cap second item. Very expensive but very strong, so now he has it. They should just look to team fight at any opportunity because they will win it. Big misplays. For the moment, I think both teams are just jostling for vision control around the Baron, which is the only big objective on the map right now, which are pretty unattainable right now. Wukong, he's the only TP in the game, so he's allowed to freely push the bot lane and be that split push presence.
Do you know what I think? I think many things, and sometimes they're not fully related to League of Legends, but this is what I'm thinking. They should have a Rengar skin where he's dressed up as a shark and it just goes dun 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 dun. Completely unrelated, but that would be such a good skin. Oh, and Gaemon, he gets popped! He's popped! He's more popped than popcorn!
No!
What's that TP? What's the point of that TP? Get out of here. What a waste.
Don't complete it. But he's safe. Wow, okay, well, you're able to one-shot is when he has absolutely no support around him, and he has no flash, and yeah, that's keeping track of Vel'Koz's summoners right there, and Rengar sensed the opportunity, he was alone, no flash, easy kill. And that's a good, pressure reliever for on a level 2. They're able to set up more vision around the Baron. They haven't been able to place too many wards right now, but they're just jostling around, getting, the waves pushed in. I guess another point is I would have really preferred Vel'Koz to, buy that Zhonya's second item just like the Heimerdinger, limit the one-shot opportunity from the Rengar and Jarvan, because, as I said, as long as they survive the initial burst from these two champions, team fight should be way stronger.
Yeah, definitely. So, I feel like both teams aren't really doing much, and that's kind of what happens when you don't really prep waves.
Okay. He was floating with danger though. But yeah, as you said, yeah, both teams aren't really doing much with this mid priority. I think clearing waves and all that, but they're not able to advance division past the river. You see the blue wards, they're only in the river, whereas the red wards, they're in the jungle. They're not able to take complete map control and suffocate each other's team.
Oh.
He could be dead.
Nope. And who's gonna die? I don't know. No, run away! Stop fighting that! You're dead. And Palladium, what are you doing? Wow. Wopsy. Wobsy wow. Speaking of Wobsy wow, have you watched that show?
No, I haven't. What is that? I've never heard of it before.
To you and the viewers at home, Google Wobsy wow. It was a legendary TV show on ABC. And I gotta say, kids don't have access to these high quality shows anymore.
That's true. At least we have Netflix and all that good stuff.
Yeah. You know what would be great though? If the viewers can put emoticons in the chat and they just pop up on the stream. Can you imagine how great it would be to get all these smiley faces and love hearts and crying face emoticons on our stream? Just popping up on all these different champions, yeah.
Yeah, an interactive spectator client. You know, it's just fun. And you just get to follow the champions that you want to follow and then, you know, follow around. I think, you know, stuff like CSGO, you can talk with the community when you're speccing in the client as well. So I really would like that.
What would be your most used emoticon if you could use it in game?
Talking Twitch emoticons?
Yeah, let's say Twitch emoticons.
I do like a good Kappa face. Actually,
it's a classic. Yeah. Oh, good night, sweet prince. Heimerdinger dies again.
And yeah. Oh.
I do have to say it was a little overkill, but I think ultimate for I Love Shana is really short cooldown. I Love Shana has multiple cooldown reduction items, so it shouldn't be too long. Just going off the top of my head, it shouldn't be anywhere more than longer than a minute.
He has the Yumu's Ghost Blade reduction.
What are you doing? Why are you 1v2ing?
What is he doing? That's a good question.
What a waste of flash. Question marks all around.
Shana, look. You should be fighting with your ultimate, not without. But at the moment, like, despite LTT's dominating fashion in the early game, they've just settled into a snooze fest and absolutely doing nothing, and they're just splitting up for no particular reason. They have to realize that the only way they're gonna lose this is give Palladium and Shana opportunities to one-shot.
Yeah, they were all grouped up before and they were doing the right things, and now they're kind of splitting and just getting picked one by one, and the gold lead is completely gone. It's gone 2k for the side of LTT, and they start a secret Baron. It's a sneaky Baron, guys. What are they gonna do? What are they gonna do when they're 3k behind?
And that's a lot of damage.
They're doing such a great sneaky Baron, and they get it. They have to get it. Yep, they got it. And that's kind of what happens when your jungler's just being a monkey. Look, you don't think of it that... Most people don't think of it that way. But you gotta see the finer details, and when a jungler wastes his ult and we're looking for a pick, game on, gets bursted, dies. They follow up and it's a 5v3, and they're able to take the kills. Baron means nothing if you can't group up and fight.
Splitting up and allow the Jarvan to just go in and destroy whoever he looks at. And again, Vel'Koz is he's dead once again. 5 deaths already, and they just need to slow it down right now and just group up as 5 and not let these opportunities.
Yeah, as I was saying before I was rudely interrupted by that fight, you can't make these mistakes this late in the game without the right vision and without being able to follow up. You can't go into the enemy jungle or anywhere really and just burn your flash and waste it. You can't engage onto nothing, because once you lose flash and once you're burnt down, now you don't have much HP. You're forced to go back, and once you're back, And once you're at that low, you have to back, and the enemy team knows, and it gives them the opportunity to start the Baron. And junglers, don't make that mistake. Don't be a Shana.
It also goes to the rest of the team. You just have to, at the later stage of the game, it's already been 30 minutes. At that point of time, you need to have at least 1 or 2 wards around the Baron, and once they get cleared, alarm bells has to signal, oh, they could be starting Baron right now. And you have to realize, when you have a team like Vel'Koz and Harmonier who are really good at killing Baron because they have such good high DPS numbers, on high alert the whole game. Looking for engaging Jarvan, but can't find it. And we're
He's hunting.
Oh!
He's got him. Oh, there's a turn. Does he?
Oh, jeez, that was close.
That is power. That is power of the absolute highest order. That is Rengar.
I'm gonna say, I feel the Edge is such a weird build, but hey, that netted him that kill right there, and maybe got that a lucky crit here and there, and got him the kill. So, yeah, his build is just full on damage. So, some stuff. But Wukong nearly survived that, so doing resistances and armor. Once Rengar can't one-shot him, then Wukong is just gonna, turn back the fight and just kill him.
Yeah, but I would have liked to see Wukong have gone a bit more damage. I feel like... Oh, no, never mind. I see the problem with this build. I'm just gonna be straight up rude as someone that loves to play Wukong. Why are you building Triforce? That's a silly move. And why are you building Dead Man's Plate? Yeah, I get it. You don't want to die straight away, but you're building to kill. Your team has a lot of damage, but you're an important setup tool, and with an enemy team that squishy, you can almost destroy a team all by yourself if you're strong enough on Wukong. Oh my god, who picks Triforce? You just don't do that. Guys at home, Triforce is not a good item on Wukong. Yes, you can use it, but it's a waste. Go lethality, get that armor pen, and just completely destroy teams.
And if you're looking for that resistances, which is fine, yeah, it gives you armor, it gives you AD, and it gives you a free revive. So best of both worlds, or best of 3 worlds for an assassin or a bruiser like a Wukong. But Dead Man's Plate and Triforce, not the greatest idea.
Yeah, as a Wukong, you go in and that should be it. You should look to end the game or end the enemy team's lives. Look at D. Alright, there's nothing you can do. You're fighting, but you have to escape. And it's a team game right now. That's a really good ultimate from Leona, forcing them away. And the flash was great as well. But...
Yeah, but it's still a Wukong and a Flash and a Leona solo play as well, so that's a lot of penalties. And Wukong, oh god, it's gonna get destroyed. It's a good turn, though.
It's a good turn, but do they have the damage? And they do have just enough to kill game on, and the fight continues. They're just logging it out. Look, if Wukong had ultimate there, if he didn't burn Flash, if he was ready to fight, he could go in and hurt them. Oh wait, no he can't, because he built badly.
Oh dear me.
Elder Dragon most likely gonna go to on a level 2 right now.
At least the good thing for table tennis is that hit on a level 2 only has 2 dragons, and this is only the first dragon, so this dragon isn't too bad to give up. And make sure that the inhibits tower is still alive, which it is. So Harmonier just does a lot of damage, so they just need to group up and let Harmonier just completely rail on this teamfight with, empowered turrets or W. And yeah, oh my god, Leona.
Oh my god, Leona engages in, but this may be an okay fight. Nope, Leona is in a little too deep, always run and picks up the kill. And I love Shana, just a little bit overextended. D ults a dead person, which isn't the most productive thing, and the fight continues. Game on, getting his spells off, and we see in the back, Palladium is just destroying. That's 2 kills. That's 3 kills. And is that going to be a 4th? Is that going to be number 4? That is number 4. unless someone on his team stole it. That is a quadra kill. And that should be game, guys. That is 50 seconds on the clock for 3-4 of the enemy team. Omniscient coming back a little late because he was the one that stuffed up the fight in the first place. This should be game over, guys.
That should be game, and
look,
what a finish from Palladium. Like, that full 80 damage just comes in and wipes the backline out, and with the Leona and the Rammus, no cooldowns up.
Yeah.
Stop the Rengar.
We gotta remember that this is actually a really encouraging game for LTT. After game 1, they looked really out of it after game 1, but game 2 they did come back, they did put a strong fight, but as they continued in the game, I guess they didn't have maybe the experience to close out games and to figure out what to do next. What we saw were a lot of flashes of brilliance and really great ideas and good team play, but overall, I think Honor Level 2 is just too experienced in the in competitive League of Legends, especially in the lower elo. They know they can make mistakes, and they can come back with either individual skill or just waiting it out for the enemy to make the mistake. It's such a classic move you can do when you are playing League of Legends. Just chill back and let the enemy team make mistakes because they don't know how to punish you.
Yeah, pretty much, and when you have two huge assassins, all you're doing is waiting for that mispositioning, and they found it over and over again. They always found the Vel'Koz or the Harmonia alone somewhere in the map, and Jarvan and Rengar was able to find those opportunities and just completely destroy them, and they were never able to get that clean 5v5 team fight that they wanted. And this, despite a really nice, sneak Baron and all that, it just kept getting reset.
Yeah, definitely. Well, that's the last game for today. Actually, the only game that we streamed today because of the Melbourne Esports Open. But aside from that, it was a really good series despite being a 2-0. And if you look at more than just a gold lead, I think we were greeted with a really, really entertaining series.
Especially with Game 2, lots of adaptations in the drafting and in the playstyles. I think LTT put a really good fight. They put a lot more pressure on the bot side of things. Were able to get a huge advantage with the Harmonia and Leona, but in the end, they were just outclassed by the Honor Level 2.
Yeah, would you like to sign out to the viewers at home right now?
So, thank you guys for joining us for this Oceanic Uni League game. This series was LTT versus Honor Level 2. Honor Level 2 coming up with the 2-0. Thank you all for watching and joining us tonight, and hope to see you guys in the next stream.
Yep. Thanks. Bye.